Hello, hello. How you doing there, Mr. Smooth?
Doing good. How you guys doing?
Oh, we're
Doing great.
doing great, doing great. Hello out there, all those that are watching on today. Listen, put something in the comments. Let me know that you're here, so I can see who's watching with us. Tag somebody. Listen, tag some couples that you know. Tag a friend. They don't even have to be married. They can be in a relationship. They can be engaged. They can be married. Hello, yes, yes, brother Richard. Yes, Minister Rogers, how you doing? Yes, go ahead and share it. Yes, Lady Henderson, how are you doing? All right, all right. Hopefully, Pastor Henderson is somewhere close by so that he can get ready to shake a leg. Blessings to you, Pastor C, all the way from Louisiana. Sister D, Elder
Uh,
Summers. All right, I see we got some couples tagging in. They go, Pastor Henderson. Yes, yes. Sister Mari. All right, Sister Mari just had a baby. You can't dance yet. Now you got to co-op. All right. Come on and tag somebody, a couple that you know that that you want to invite. Sister Sylvia, blessings to you. All right, listen, we just want to take some time to come out and just to talk about our upcoming ballroom dance class, and we have our special guest instructor that will be instructing all of us, that will be instructing me. Heard so many great things about him, that he's a great, great, wonderful instructor, and which his name is Mr. Smooth. If you all have saw the flyer with him and his wife on it, Mr. and if I can say Mr. and Mrs. Smooth.
Here we
Yes,
go.
yes, Mr. and Mrs. Smooth. And so I really do look forward to having a great time with them, engaging with each other is just another opportunity to engage with each other, to engage with my wife. I look forward to grabbing her hand and dancing, and long as Mr. Smooth is patient with me, because it might seem like I got too much for Mr. Smooth now. I've ballroom danced a long time ago, and actually I have forgot all the steps that I learned. So you gotta retrain and work. And by you doing this for so many years, we're going to give you the time to introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about yourself. I'm pretty sure you have worked with all type of people, beginners, uh, um, professionals, at all different levels. And so you truly are gifted and graced for this. And
Thank you.
so God has given you the patience, and uh, the passion for it, if I may say, because just talking to you, I truly can tell and sense that you have a passion for it. So um, what you laughing at? Huh? It's always tickled, always laughing. Yes, what you got to say, huh?
I ain't gonna say nothing. We're excited. We're excited. Most ladies like to dance.
Yes,
Husband,
they do.
you have some.
Yes,
It
they do.
depends. But I grew up in a household where we danced, and
Okay.
our parents allowed us to have that opportunity to really just have fun. And so my siblings were older than me, but we had a good time dancing. I was the smallest one dancing, so we grew up bowling, dancing, and skating. So I'm looking forward to this. We did it before. No, he doesn't have two left feet or anything like that. Hey, mama. um but I'm looking forward to just spending that time with him, because in everyday life is so many challenges. You have to have an outlet. And when you
Yes.
you get older, you realize, you don't some people have a lot of friends or whatever, but we're in ministry. So sometimes what we do is it can be taxing.
Mhm.
So I
Yes.
want to rest and I want to live a long time. I don't like gyms. Anybody that know me know I don't like a gym. Now I will go skating, I will go bowling, but
Okay.
I love to line dance. I don't care where I am. They be like, "Oh my God, the pastor's wife." Yes, the pastor's wife is gonna get on the floor and have a little fun. I'm not
Yep.
gonna live my life and be bored.
Yes.
Okay.
gonna enjoy myself in a good fashionable manner. So
Okay.
I'm excited about it, Mrs. Smooth. I am totally excited, and let me say, they say geeked or stoked or whatever it is. I'm looking forward to watching him and all the other men, because some of them are a little stiff.
You want to watch, you better watch your own self. You want no, you better be focused on watching Mr. Smooth. How you talking about you gonna be watching me?
It is going to tickle me something serious because I just cannot take it. So I'm excited. I'm excited. I am so
We're
excited.
gonna have fun. We're gonna have some
Yeah.
fun.
Oh, everybody, y'all got to share this because this is hilarious. But it's good fun. It's good fun.
Yeah, so Mr. Smooth, as I start out asking you, where did you get the name Mr. Smooth from, if I may ask?
Well, actually, that came from my students. I was teaching class, and they would tell me, you look like you're dancing on a cloud. They
Oh,
said, we're gonna call you Smooth, Mr. Smooth. And that's where it came from. Students. I didn't give it to myself. They actually gave it to me. And then I heard that more than once, because I'm a big guy. And so, I'm kind of light on my feet. And they just gave me that name. And it's been with me for 22 years.
okay.
That's wonderful.
Man, it's good when
Yeah.
someone gives you the name versus create that, you
Yeah.
know, as though kind of you earn that name.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, when people recognize and they see that, you are, smooth. I consider myself to be a kind of pretty smooth guy, but not
Okay.
to the point to where people have given me the name Mr. Smooth, So yeah, I look forward to see, you being light on your feet and moving around, and
Yeah.
so in this class, for those that are watching, and if you have a question, you can put up your question, and we'll try, to answer the question, accordingly. But what should we look for, in the class? Kind of, bring us up to speed and kind of let us know what we're in for.
Okay. Well, actually, especially with class number one, we're going to start with the basics, make sure we get a strong foundation in the basics. But first of all, we actually dance separate. And then once we both have those parts, then we connect. And then once we connect, we're connected. Um, and we parlay into some harder steps as time goes by. But we stay with a pace that, the class can maintain. And if we have some strugglers, we make sure they stay caught up, So we'll go over things quite a few times, and then we'll add to. I have an instructional DVD and a zip drive, or your choice, and then I have an advanced instructional DVD where we have two discs in there, and at the end of disc number two, I added my first ballroom competition where 1,000 people showed up, and we gave $1,000 to the top three couples. So it gives you an opportunity to watch it and break. The breakdown is just like me being in your house on the TV.
Okay. Okay. And so I caught something that you said. You said, if we are struggling, you'll give us
Yeah,
time to get caught up. So, especially for the men, I know that sometimes I don't want you to feel, intimidated, because listen, if I'm open and I'm willing to learn how to
yeah,
ballroom dance,
yeah,
then, you got to be open with me. I need some support, in there from my brothers, from the men. I need
yes,
to be open to new things.
yes,
So
yes,
we're not professionals. We're all learning. So
yeah,
if you mess up, that's okay.
yeah. Well, I have a phrase for that. If you mess up, catch up.
Oh, okay. I like that. I like that. I like that. I might have to use that as a sermon title,
Yep,
one time. If
there
you
it is.
mess up, catch
Catch
up.
up.
All right.
That's all.
Got you, bro. Okay, brother Arrington. Okay, I'm with you, Pastor. All right. All right. Some of the men talking. Come on and talk to me now. I had two of the brethren said that they with me on this now.
Good.
That if they mess up, we just gonna catch up together.
I get
No chastising. We just keep on going. And I want, if somebody is struggling, raise your hand and say, "Can we do that again?" And
Okay.
then we'll do that again, because if it's 30 people in the class, the other 29 are going to say, I'm glad they asked, you know.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
and the thing is, it's a little tougher for the guys because we're the leader.
Yeah.
And so the lady's the follower. And so, it's biblical,
Yeah.
So so the ladies have to relinquish their powers and let themselves be led.
Oh, now, Mr. Smooth, can you what did you just say? Can you say that again?
The ladies must relinquish their powers and let themselves be led.
I like
Oh,
that.
lad, huh?
All right, all right, all right. And now it's also the Bible say the blind lead the blind and they'll end up in the ditch. So as long as Smooth is there with us, he's not blind. We
Oh,
might, some of the men might be learning, we don't know what we're doing. So, follow us as we follow Mr. Smooth.
yes, that's
The
right.
Bible say, follow
Smooth.
me as I follow Christ. So follow me as I follow Mr. Smooth. So you
Oh
got to
Yes,
no.
relinquish that.
Oh,
that's
okay.
right.
Okay.
Okay, Mr. Smooth. We
That's
depend
right.
on you to pull us through.
Yeah. And we're gonna have so much fun. You're gonna be surprised at how everybody looks at the end of the first class.
Hmm.
You're really gonna be surprised. It just it's the way that I instruct to lead to the end that you don't see it coming.
Mhm.
Hmm.
But you're gonna be really surprised. The main thing is practice what you learn.
Hmm.
Until I come back, keep practicing so that we can pick up a little bit of what we left off and then go further each time.
Mhm.
That's good right there. So do our homework.
Yes, there it is.
When I was in school, I really didn't too much care for doing homework.
Yeah.
And when we were having ballroom classes years ago, that's one thing that we failed to do is
Hmm.
to practice because
Right.
practice makes perfect.
Oh, yes.
Something that I have to remember. So even when we're at home, you have to relinquish that control.
Yes.
What
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
do you
At all
mean?
times.
Yes.
Bless the Lord at all times. His praise shall continually
Yes, you better
be
bless the
in
Lord.
my mouth.
You better bless the Lord right now.
And
Yeah.
you're going to have a lot of fun doing it, because it's going to surprise you how a lot of people say, well, I don't even have the beat. So I actually teach the beat too, so they can understand it. We do slow records, fast records. The main thing is really the lady only has 3 steps to do, and then we lead her and guide her through those 3 steps how we want to. So I've taught maybe 30,000 guys how to dance, and none of them look like me. Every guy looks different than me. And the reason for that is they're doing my steps, but it's the transition from one step to another that causes their style.
Now, did you just say that the men lead and direct them in the next step to take? You
Yes.
said something like that.
Yeah, the men lead and we guide her. If you're on the floor with a bunch of people, you got to look over your shoulder to see where everybody at, so that you can make your next step. But it's a team effort. If the guy's getting ready to make a mistake, it's up to the lady to catch him a little bit and let him know that somebody's right behind him. And we do the same thing. We make sure when we're turning her and she's in front of us, we make sure she doesn't run into anybody. That's our job, to protect her.
Okay.
Mm,
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah. Man, so this is more than just ballroom. This is more than
Exactly.
just stepping. Yeah. We got to
Mhm.
protect,
Yeah,
do what we're called to do,
yeah, yeah, really,
just in a different way.
in a different way.
In a different
But
way.
it causes for a happy day afterwards.
Okay.
Ha!
Yeah. Yeah.
Happy wife, happy life,
That's
baby.
what I'm talking about.
And in the winter.
Exactly.
All right. We got a question right there. It says,
Okay.
how many, can you see that on your end? How many steps does the man have?
Well, he has the same amount of steps that the lady has at the time that they're doing it, but the lady has a basic step, a half turn, and a full turn. And what we do is slip and slide in between all of that, with our own extra stuff. While we're leading her, we still put our little flavor on it. And that's what make each guy look different.
Okay.
So I got, usually I do 13 weeks of a basic class and 13 weeks of an advanced class. Now, that's 26 weeks. There's no way in the world you're going to get all those steps in a 3-minute record. So you pick out your favorites, and those are the ones you use.
You said we're all going to be learning the same step.
Yes.
Oh, okay, Brother Arrington, that's right. That's right where I was going. So we're all going to be learning the same steps and movement, but in the way that we do them, the flavor on it. One at the church. So we'll put our own twist on it.
What's going to happen is we're going to do it in unison first. Everybody's going to be on the same foot. When I say turn, everybody's going to turn at the same time. But I'm going to sneak in something, and I'm not going to say it right now, but I'm going to sneak in something, and it's going to cause your style to come out.
Our own unique style?
Yeah.
I got to see this. I got to pump my brakes right here because I got to see what kind of style y'all talking about.
Now, Mr. Smooth, that's smooth. So you're gonna help bring my style out.
Yes, it's going to happen throughout.
Something that I probably didn't even know I had.
Right. Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. And you're gonna be surprised too. But don't forget, you got to practice. You got to practice on bones.
That's it. Can't try to put too much on. Sometimes when people overdo it, they mess up. So you can't get too ahead of yourself.
That's true. Yeah. Now it's okay. Now, if anybody purchases the instructional DVD, that would be good for them to go ahead of what I taught. Mm-hmm. So that when I come back, that'll be something they already know when I call the steps. So like when I'm calling the steps, I'm really talking to the leaders. I'm not talking to the follower because we don't need her help. So we try to make sure that every time she steps back, it's time for her to do something new. And it has to be exactly when she steps back. Because if it's late, she's going to try to help us. And we don't need no help.
So to be in, we got kind of like a great responsibility.
Yeah. We're the leader. We're the leader of the song. We're the controller of the beat. So we got to know our part, her part, and the beat.
It sounded good, huh?
I'm gonna have to do some practicing.
This sounds like a whole lot of extra marriage ministry going on right here.
And the key is, if somebody make a mistake, you just laugh at them and say, "Let's do that again."
Yeah.
Just laugh and say,
Mr. Smooth, because most men, they just sit back. Not all men, but my father he loved to dance, and my son loves to dance. So I love it.
Okay.
I love it. I love to dance. I love that he's willing to take that step to do something that I like to do. I watch football. I watch basketball. Those things. I'll even go golfing.
Okay.
Golf, but I'll go because it's something he loves to do.
Excellent.
Now,
Excellent.
I can't swim, so so we can't fuse them out. Fuss them out. No, we can't fuss them out, Sister Owner. We can't do that. You just heard Mr. Smooth say we gotta listen and let them lead. So
yes.
Yes. We gotta throw that A-type out the way.
Yeah.
Smooth said we can't do it. So he said they don't need no help. They're supposed to lead.
Right.
That's what you said, Mr. Smooth?
And don't anticipate.
Well, now that's kind of difficult for us ladies not to anticipate what's coming next.
That's right.
I guess I get that because it's kind of like a surprise.
Right.
Yeah. So that for me, that's a big one. So I had to kind of lay low on that because I don't like surprises, and it's hard to surprise me. So it ain't too much you can get over my head.
He will be able to get those steps in before you figure out what it is.
Right,
Yeah.
Alicia, it's really hard.
I'm supposed to hold up. Repeat that now again. I should have put it
you're
right.
you're going to be able to,
The left
by the
feet, left
time
feet.
by the time she figures it out, you're going to already have done it.
Ooh, I like that.
You're going to already have made the hand movement that needs to be made for that move. So you're actually talking to her with your hands.
Mm.
You
Somebody
never,
said,
Ooh,
Minister
I
Kenneth,
like that.
yeah,
now he want to get all
yeah,
sexy.
that's it.
He want to be
That's
all
right.
sexy.
Like that, Mr. Smooth.
That's
Talk
it.
to
That's
me
it.
again.
That's right. That's exactly right.
Yes, 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 yes.
Uh-huh.
Minister seriously said, how can we order the DVD?
I had them on my website, but I got a new webmaster, and if they want to get it at the class, I'll bring some to the class. Otherwise, tell them they can call me or email me, and I will work out Cash App and get it to
one,
Okay.
one of my church daughters said, Mr. Smooth is smooth.
them. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
No, did she watch my? Has she checked out my website?
I don't
All
know.
right.
MrSmooth.com.
Okay.
MrSmooth.com.
And so that is a somebody put that in the
Right,
comments,
right.
mrsmooth.com. You have information on your website as well
Yes.
too.
Lots,
Okay.
I have two websites. I have one called MrSmoothCruise.com also. So that's
Oh,
Okay.
more
yeah,
related to the
Smooth,
cruise.
you do the cruises,
Yes.
right?
Yep.
Okay. Okay,
Mhm.
MrSmooth.com.
Is that the correct right there,
Yep.
mrsmooth.com?
Yep.
Okay. Yep.
That's
Thank
it.
you, doctor, for that. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you'll
Okay.
actually see me teaching a class in the video section where I taught 150 10-year-olds. And they asked me to come to teach because they were in elementary school and they were in the fifth grade, getting ready to graduate and go to the sixth grade, which would be middle school. And so
Mhm.
asked me to bring, could I teach them for that? And I had like 100 and hmm, I had like 50 students in each class, 3 times a day for 6 weeks, and once a week, 6 weeks. And when they got ready to dance, their parents were crying. They were in shock that their kids could dance that good. And
Wow.
now, when I first went to class, the little boys pulled their sleeves down like this and gave it to the girl. They didn't even want to touch the girl's hands.
Mhm.
Wow.
I said, I got to break that barrier. I said, come out there and you got to touch. And when the class was over that day, the little girls ran over there and clean their hands and everything, like they was going to get the
Yeah.
booties.
Like the booties. Yeah.
It
Hey.
was so funny to me. But
Wow.
they turned out fabulous. They were dressed up for their little prom and everything.
Wow.
Oh, that's
Mr.
Mhm.
Smooth, you do cruises, and we were talking the other day, and it was something so fascinating. You say you have taught, I think, couples or people they just met each other and they ended up getting married. Wasn't it a couple people like that that you instructed?
Let's say more than a couple. Let's say we're at 63 couples now that have
that's
met in the
wonderful.
class and got married. And the key, I asked my wife, I said, Jackie said, why do you think they're all still together? She said, because they're dancing. She said,
Mm.
they met dancing. I'm like, okay, all right. Well, and that's true. They have something in common.
That's
Yeah.
So,
good.
what, and all ladies love to dance, all of them.
Yeah.
So, usually to get married, that's a prerequisite for a lady, for a guy to know how to dance.
Mm. Wow.
Somebody said it must have been the dance moves. But you know what? To be honest, Mr. Smooth, coming up and when you go through high school, you go to middle school, high school, all that stuff,
Yeah,
you want to dance. We used to go to the dances and you be waiting for somebody to ask you to dance.
right.
I was fortunate enough to have quite a few dance partners because I
Mhm.
love to dance, but some people didn't, they didn't get that opportunity. However, it's a strange thing. Yes, I saw something. Yes, love to dance.
Mhm.
Yeah. But however, it's like I don't know. I don't know why men find it hard or difficult to dance. It's not that I don't know, it's not that big of a deal
Yeah.
to me. I mean, What's
Men,
what do you think from a male's perspective? Why is it so difficult for men to want to get out and get it
you
going?
know, the thing is, we men came up with sports. We
Yeah.
in school. That's where we were at mentally. All the sports. We wanted to be the best at the best of whatever we did, and it was always a challenge to beat another guy doing whatever. So that was our challenge all the way through school. Dancing was never put in there in a way that it could challenge us.
Hmm.
Like a sport. But it
Hmm.
really is a sport. Because I put on three competitions. The first one, the winner won $1,000. The top three couples. The second one, it was winner take all, 2,500. My third one was $10,000. MGM Grand sponsored that for me, and I mean the best of the best came out to dance in those competitions, and
Wow.
they really practiced to win
Yeah.
that money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but now those guys, I don't know. Maybe they were good sportsmen in schools, or maybe they were musicians.
Mm.
Maybe. But we got a lot of men saying not all men, and
Yeah.
somebody else said they just shy. I don't know.
Well,
Some men
well,
do,
you know
some
what?
men
If they
don't.
come to class and they have no problems with making mistakes, then they will grow. Because a lot of guys don't like to make mistakes in front of people. And so when they make a mistake in front of somebody, then they wonder who's looking. But
Hmm.
the key is there was about 6 years, because most times in classes there's more women than men all
Yes.
the time,
Yes.
more women than men.
Mhm.
But for 6 years, I had more men than women. I had 100
Wow.
students in the class, and I would have like 12, 15 guys with no partner. And I'm like, wow. So what I found out was these guys was going out telling other guys that you need to go to the Mr. Smooth class because he don't chastise you if you mess up. And you're gonna learn and you switch partners and this a growth process. So it just build up, and that's how a lot of those couples met because of the switching process. So in
Mm.
that switching process, they laughed at each other because they made mistakes, and then they went on dates to get better and practice. And all of a sudden, you looked up and they gave us an invitation to their
Mhm.
Mhm.
wedding, and I'm like, wow, this is amazing. And we have about three more couples getting ready to get married this year. So it's just nonstop that they met and decided, that's what they wanted to do. And the cool part about it, they didn't even know each other. They
Mm.
just met in class, became friends, and now they're together for life,
Wow.
dancing.
That's good. That's good.
That is
Now,
Man.
I've
good.
taught quite a few places. I've taught in South Africa, Sydney, Australia, Hawaii. We just got back from Japan this year. And so they bring me in different locations because I guess they've heard my name, but it's a wonderful thing to be flown to large categories like that. And a lot of people from Japan now are coming on my next cruise.
Wow. That's wonderful. One of our former church members, when we put up the
You
first
lost your
prayer.
volume. Hold on a second.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yep.
How do
Can
I
you?
get volume back?
Um,
Like,
maybe you made it muted out. Can you hear me, Mr. Smooth? I think Mr. Smooth may have
Smooth
this.
right on out.
Yeah, he's smooth, right?
He smooth right on.
Yeah, so hopefully he
Hopefully
can.
he'll tap back in.
Yeah, he'll tap back in. And so hopefully that you all have heard some information that kind of prick your curiosity and your excitement. That's right, Mr. Smooth. Yeah, he took his hand,
He's
one of them
smooth.
dance moves, and smooth right, slid right on
Slid right
up
on
out of
out.
there. Yeah, now that was smooth. Right, right. So
He said the volume.
hopefully he can smooth right back. Oh, is it? I think he's coming back
Uh-oh.
in.
Come on, Mr.
yeah.
Smooth. You got
All
it.
right.
You got it.
Oh,
We
look
look
at Mr.
like Mr.
Smooth.
Smooth.
He's
Smooth on out.
smooth out and smooth.
I was like, what the heck happened?
Woo, he said no volume, no
Right.
volume. He
Right.
said smooth on
It
out.
started with that.
Okay,
Yeah,
I'm
that
back.
move.
Oh,
Yeah, you
wow.
back. Now that was
Okay.
smooth. That was true.
Okay.
We never had that on the live session though. But that's how you recover.
Yep, that's right. Now
You gotta
that's,
never
you know
get
what?
off.
Now that's what dancing is all about. You're
Yeah,
gonna make mistakes.
that's
It's
right.
about recovery.
Yes, that's
It's
right.
about recovery. It's about the
Right.
main thing is keep moving. If you
That's right.
don't keep moving and you stop, and somebody says, you chastise that other person, everybody is watching.
Yes,
Like,
yes,
wait a minute, I wanted to do this, I wanted to do that.
yeah.
No, just keep moving. Ladies, if the guy makes a mistake, go with the mistake, and
That's right.
nobody will ever know.
That's right. I like that. That's a teachable moment. So if I
Yes,
make a mistake, you just go with the flow.
just
And
keep going.
oftentimes people won't know you made a mistake unless you give it off, unless you
That's
say.
right. That's
But
right.
smooth with it, like Mr. Smooth, and you just go along with it.
That's all. They'll
Yeah, you
never
know
know.
what?
They'll
Okay.
never know.
They never know.
Now
Yeah,
say it again. Say it again. Say it
yeah,
again.
yes.
They will never know. I always say if the dance police is sitting out there in the chair and they see you make a mistake, they ain't no dance police. They should be on the floor.
That's
They
right.
really can't dance
That's right.
if
That's
they're
right.
watching.
That's right.
Miss
I love my wife and I look forward to because marriage is something you have to add the coals to the fire. You got to add the fuel to the fire. You have to
Right.
always continue to do things,
Yes.
spark each other's
Yes.
interests, and just
Yes.
just keep it going. But I think
Hmm.
one of the things before I didn't mean to cut my wife off.
Okay.
One of our former church members we went to church with, um, when we put up your first flyer, she mentioned that her mother watches your TV shows. She put in a
Yeah.
comment, she said, Mr. Smooth, my mother watches TV shows. You have a couple TV shows there.
I do. I have in Alabama, New York,
That's
Where
where
they are.
she is. Yeah.
Philadelphia, and let's see, I think it might be in California also. It was in Detroit for a minute, but they couldn't keep up with that one. But it's really in the South real strong. And the name of the show is Mr. Smooth's Ballroom and Steppers Express Dance Show. It's like the new Soul Train, and I'm the new Don Cornelius.
Well,
Hmm.
we need to bring that back. We need a lot of things here. We need some positivity,
Yes,
to build homes. Um,
yes,
because just because people are married don't mean they like each other,
that's
and
true.
don't mean that they engage. They may go through the motion.
Hmm.
We're two different people, but we
Hmm.
come as one, and
Hmm.
we
Yes.
have two different personalities, but we bring balance. So there's so many different things. First thing is prayer all day long and being able to communicate with one another, but finding things that you can do together to engage in life is so important in marriage.
Yes.
Instead of one person going this way, one person going that way. We do enough of that in the workday.
Hmm.
Bring some unity and some love and some fun, be able to engage with one another
Hmm.
in positivity, a little exercise, because I'm not that gym thing. He'd be working on me with that one. He be encouraging me. He encouraged me, but I just, dancing for me is exercise.
Yes, it
So,
is.
and he wants me to live a long time. I'm gonna live a long time,
That's
but
right.
that's a help for me, you know.
Yes, it
So
is.
do that, and then just to be able to look at his face, this handsome face, and smile and be like, "Oh, babe, you did that, babe. You done got to boost him up a little bit." He did it, right? You said, Mr. Smooth, gotta let him lead. I'm gonna
That's
let
That's
right.
you
right.
lead,
Right.
baby. I'm
Don't
gonna
tear
let
you
you.
up. Right.
I ain't
Build you
gonna
up.
tear you down.
Build
I
you
ain't
up.
gonna tear you down. See
Yeah.
that right there? That was smooth,
Yep.
wasn't it?
That was it all day long.
Smooth. 23 years of
That's
smooth,
that's
but we gonna
that's
get this far together.
that's what it takes.
Yes.
So,
Yes.
phenomenal.
We
But look,
appreciate that. No, but people were, engaging and asking about the classes and so much. It was a lot of information on the flyer, but we wanted people to be able to get kind of a little bit of an understanding
yeah,
about, the classes. You'll be coming once a month.
Yeah.
Someone says, well, can he come more than that? But
No.
they don't know that you're a super busy person. So perhaps today, them listening to the live will let them know that you're very, very busy with the DVDs, the classes, and traveling and teaching classes. That's wonderful. That is
Yeah.
hands up, hands down, wonderful. So
Thank
we
you.
got you coming September 23rd, October 21st, November the 11th, and December 2nd. And then we got dates into the new year. And we're looking forward to
Yes.
February. So
Yeah.
that's gonna be a bang for the marriage
You
conference.
know it.
I'm
Boy,
excited.
oh boy.
I'm so
Boy,
excited.
oh boy.
Yes, yes, it is.
We'll
Uh,
have too much fun.
yes, I'm excited just to have some fun with my wife, to be
Yeah.
engaged, and
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
to do
Oh yeah.
something different, do
Oh
something
yeah.
new, have good, clean, positive fun, like my wife
Hmm.
said, exercising, which I love to do. For
Oh
some, it's a
yeah.
challenge more than others, but you're exercising and not looking at it as exercising.
Exactly. And
And
and what causes that heart rate to go up even more is exercise on a faster record.
mm,
Mm,
The
mm,
faster the record, the faster the heartbeat. And
mm,
so, but then it's cool to do a slow song too, like a Luther song or something like that, but build up, and get that speed up also, So go back and forth. But
that's
this
good.
is the wonderful thing to realize it. So I always say before I start class, I say if you have any health problems, check with your doctor before you take the class, because sometimes the record is going to be up tempo, sometimes it's going to be, really slow. So that causes the challenge that you should be able to dance on any record. Some people sit in their seats and wait for their special record to come on all night long, and it may not come on, and so
mm-hmm,
they never get a chance. So I teach people to dance to, they got the dance out called stepping,
mm-hmm.
and I tell people when I play music, some people say, "Oh, that's a stepping song." I said, "There's no such thing as a stepping song. It's just a song they step to, because
Mm,
we ballroom to it too." So
So, Mr. Smooth, so you teach the ballrooming, the stepping.
no,
What else do you teach? Tell
I
us you.
only teach ballroom and
Okay,
line
and
dance.
line dance. Okay,
Yes,
okay.
stepping is a beast of itself,
Hmm.
and uh, and that's the indigenous of Chicago, but now it's coming all across the United States. It's
Mhm.
not an easy dance, but that's what a lot of people are doing. And my job is to keep ballroom alive.
mm.
All
Yes, sir.
right, all
That's
right.
good.
Well,
That's
it's
good.
slow motion.
Right.
So, Mr. Smooth, the other thing is the music selection. Tell
Mhm.
us about that. Do you choose the selections? Are we allowed to pick some music or whatever? How does that work?
Please do pick your favorite songs, and we will play those that evening because that's probably what you're going to practice to anyway. I got some songs too. I got jazz songs. I got songs that have a tempo to it with no voice. So when I'm calling the steps, you can only hear me and just listen to the music. Then we got some other stuff that we can add to the flavor. On my business card it says we don't just sell dance, we sell romance.
Mm,
Ooh, I
yeah,
like that.
that's
I
right.
like that
And
romance.
romance is something that sometimes as people in their marriage
Mhm.
over the years they lose that. They
Mhm.
Yes.
forget how they met each other.
Mhm.
They
Wow.
forget about dating each other. They forget
Mhm.
about the
Wow.
romance. What you did to get her, you have
Ye-
to do to keep her.
Come on. Come
And
on
so
now.
we just hit
Th-
23 years.
Look
And
at that.
I'm planning 50, however, until death do us part. And I want to keep the romance in there until we leave this earth. That's
You ain't
my
gotta worry about
desire.
you ain't gotta worry about that with me, because I'm smooth, Mr.
That's
Smooth.
my desire.
That's
Because when you're not romancing, when you're not doing what you're supposed to do, the
Huh.
next person is trying to do
Somebody
that.
else will,
come
or they're
on.
That's right.
Come
That's right.
on.
so
Yeah.
open door.
So
Wow.
that's all part of marriage, keeping the romance. Long as it's between you and your significant other, that's nothing wrong with that. You should
Hmm.
keep the romance.
I
That's why
agree.
a lot of
Yes.
marriages, fail because they fail to have romance in there,
Wow.
to have love for one another. Yeah.
Wow.
He was
Wow.
he was serious about that.
I've done a lot of marriage ministries at different churches, and a couple of them had some singles ministries also. And
Yeah.
so this sometimes the singles came to the marriage ministries, and there were extra partners there, so they were able to dance with somebody,
Yeah.
I've
just to be
gotten a lot of
involved.
questions. Not to cut you off, Mr.
But
Smooth, but I received quite a few questions about, if they come by themselves. And I encourage people to come. It doesn't matter
yeah,
whether you're married or whether you're single.
yeah,
Somebody else will be there to dance with you. Because
yeah,
most of the time, people are curious.
yeah,
So, you
yeah.
know, that's so important.
That's right.
Yes, I agree 100%. And it would be good to kind of like accent for the guys, do a little extra plug for the guys. Say we're going to need some guys there, when you get a chance to say, hey, you see a friend, say, are you coming to the class? A guy, just tap on them, see if they'll be the extras. Once
That's
again,
right.
Right.
like
Don't be scared.
That's right. So as we bring it to a close, I want to put the flyer because the praise team, they're waiting for us to get done so that
okay,
they start rehearsal, not having the feedback. So for those that may not know the dates, these are all the dates. This is the information. It's at 10:31. Let me remove. Yep, if you can remove the overlay, I think the address is below.
It's up top.
Okay,
It's
there we
up
go.
top.
Yep, nope, it's fine. Okay, the information is down below for more information. So
Uh-huh.
for those that don't know the dates or have not seen the flyer yet, these are the specific dates and the costs. And so, listen, we want you to come out and we want you to enjoy yourself, engage, bring that romance into your marriage. If it's gone, this is the place to get it lit back up. I
yeah,
saw somebody said, keep the fire burning. You got to keep the fire burning.
yes,
That was the job of the priests in the Old Testament. They were not to allow the fire to go out. They had to keep the fire going. It's the responsibility of the man and the woman to make sure that you keep the fire going in your marriage. Good,
hmm
clean fire and fun. Yes, you want to do that.
yes,
So this is the information put up before you. So write those dates down, write that information down so that you can have that. And I look forward to next week. Actually, it's next week on Saturday. Will be the
Yeah.
first
okay,
date.
yeah.
Now that we
And
got hot pepper stepper.
Yeah. And if they want a DVD, tell them that they can give me a call or go to maybe on MrSmooth.com, but there's no link there yet. They can do seaside at Comcast.net or Facebook. They can go on Facebook and then email me or contact me through there. Calvin, Mr. Smooth Seibert.
Okay.
It's
I should
wonderful.
All
probably.
right. All right.
Okay.
Mr. Smooth, we thank you so much. We thank everybody for popping in.
Yes.
Share this live. Invite your friends, all the fellas, all the ladies. You don't
Yes.
have to be married to come out and
Right.
dance.
That's right.
Mr. Smooth said it best. He had about what, 69 couples or
63, right?
63?
63.
63
63.
couples.
Yeah.
But prayerfully it'll be more that will find their significant other, their person,
Yes.
and enjoy life with that person.
I
So
agree.
thank you so much, Mr.
Yes.
Smooth. We look
Thank you.
forward to next week and we're gonna have a ball.
And thank you for having me.
Oh, you're
Yes,
welcome.
yes, thank you, and thank you for watching everyone that has been watching this broadcast. So I love you. Rest well. All right. See y'all Sunday morning.
Okay.
All right.